That's why he's only been sacked 11 times all season. Just steps out of the pocket. Man, he is dynamic and tough to stop. Gets a little bit of a push block on the outside by Aiden Quinn, the tight end. That kind of opens it up for him to step up and get that 15-yard pickup and into plus territory. He's one of the best you'll see do it like this in this conference at this level in the FCS. DJ Williams, 4 rushing touchdowns. And this one, not a designed run this time. He's actually looking to the left after the play action, going through his progressions, but man, that speed, it's top end.
They changed the defensive coverage on the audible. As soon as Hutchinson got to the line, they looked around, changed the play. And there was this matchup on the outside. It's one-on-one. They're still in his zone, but the safety, it's a cover 1.
Set up here into a man up top, and actually going to switch into a cover 3 zone.
Capra, pump fake. Now he'll step up. There's his tight end, rumbling down the sideline into the end zone. Touchdown, Ordiggers.
The defense set up initially into a cover 2 man, which means that he could have had that seam down the sideline. Instead, Smotherman on the wheel in the cover 3 sets up perfectly for him. Capra, he can make those plays and do them with ease, man. It is unbelievable what he does. The defense shifts. You see the corner up in the top right part of your screen. He sits back. Now he's all of a sudden in his zone. So he's just going to sit there. Well, Capra recognizes, sees Smotherman going down the sideline off the wheel route, and he tiptoes into the end zone. It is that sort of awareness that Bob Stitt is very excited about with his quarterback, and he sees him settling into this position.
And the beautiful thing about this offense here is it's just taking what the defense has given you. This is a triple option. He reads it, and you have the option to either run it or throw it out to your tight end, Schwindeman, and that's all he does. It's a pickup of 5. It's simple football, but it sets yourself up for a 3rd and manageable. The game is simple when you break it down that way, and then you can expand and start using the athleticism of those guys that you have in your puzzle.
It's easy. You just hand it off. You let the big guys up front do what they do best, which is just clear out that Northwest defense. No answer for that. All started by that long pass play to Derek Sally Jr., a hookup we may see a number of times tonight.
He just pushes his way through, able to keep an eye on DJ Williams, almost playing spy there. You see him get a hand up initially, thinking he's going to throw the ball. I mean, that's how strong Anderson is. He's standing there holding his own with one arm and still able to make the tackle on DJ Williams.
Yes.
This was a touchdown last week for Southern Illinois. It's just a fake pitch out to the right, and then he looks deep, and he's got a man down here, but he can't get to him. He can't get to him because that defensive line and the pressure from Illinois State got there too quick. In his face, he can't set and throw downfield. He had a man wide open for a touchdown.
This was a touchdown for Iowa Western. It was a busted coverage defensively for Tyler, and an underthrown pass because Malachi Marshall got a little bit of pressure throwing off the back foot, took a bounce off the knee, and King White all the way the other way for 6.
Hits the undefeated Tyler Apaches against the powerhouse Iowa Western. And we're so pleased to be with you here at Titan Stadium alongside Kienan Dixon. I'm Daniel Gilman. As both of these teams have certainly earned their spot here tonight, Keenan, a pair of high-powered offenses should be in for fireworks.
We should see a lot of talented players out here dominating the field on the offensive side. But on the defensive side, it's much of the same, and it really comes down to who plays the best defense under the cold sky here.
Well, folks, really excited to introduce you to some of the key players here, but we start with the tail of the tape, as the first notice of this is the rushing yards per game, Keenan. Tyler at over 150, but Iowa Western leads the nation with that rushing attack.
And both teams have a unique approach to their run game. For Tyler, it's multiple. They're going to get outside the tackles, and they love to dominate up front with that. Iowa Western, it's a lot of pre-snap movement, getting those guys in motion and letting them go full speed around the tackles.
Iowa Western has reached 4 straight national championships, and they're going to face an unfamiliar foe as the Apaches and the Reavers match up for the first time in their program's histories. And boy, do we have a fantastic quarterback matchup for you. 2 of the top quarterbacks in the nation as Tyler's leading way, the redshirt sophomore Trey Guerra.
Trey Guerra, he's a big guy. He can throw the ball around the yard. He's got a huge arm, and he's a gunslinger. That's the title that they give a guy like this. Don't let him get hot tonight.
Meanwhile, Guerra trails just 2 quarterbacks in touchdowns, and one of them is the sophomore Malachi Marshall.
Malachi Marshall is uber consistent. He knows how to distribute the ball around to his very talented players. They use this offense to tailor it for him so that he can see what the defense is bringing him.
It is the final Saturday of the football regular season, and here at Hancock Stadium, the renewal of a long-standing rivalry as the Illinois State Redbirds play host to the Southern Illinois Salukis. Hi, everybody, and welcome to Hancock Stadium, Illinois State football here on Marquee. Kurt Pegler, Keenan Dixon with you for the regular season finale. The Redbirds have 8 wins. They already feel good about being a playoff team. They're playing for seeding. This is a big game for them.
They are 11th in the country right now. You want to get in that top 8 spot. They're going to need some help from some teams above them to lose on this Saturday, but they are just trying to bolster that resume going into the tournament. This is a big game for the Redbirds.
For sure, and they're going up against the Salukis, who are led by DJ Williams, one of the best players in the Valley, heck, one of the best quarterbacks in all of FCS football.
He's dynamic. He's accounted for 36 touchdowns this year, including 14 on the ground. This is a guy who's ran for 100 yards twice this season in a game. He is a game breaker and difficult to stop.
Could be the final home game for Daniel Sobkowitz in his record-setting career. All he did last week was have 3 more touchdowns, all right?
That's not bad, especially against South Dakota State, a really good team on the road. You get the big win.
And we start with the freshman in Nico Fan.
He is steady. He is confident. He has played well as a freshman. I mean, he has stepped into a big role playing in a big conference down in Mississippi and brought his team to the national semifinals.
And NJCAA fans know Christian Johnson. He came off the bench to throw the winning touchdown last year.
A hero with his arm last year. He can do it with his legs, too. He's a dynamic runner. This team will beat you in the air and on the ground. And for Johnson, he's a dangerous player. They're going to have to keep an eye on him all night.
Christian Johnson headed to Louisiana Monroe. Nico Fan expected to make a January decision. Let's take a look at our comparison brought to you by Zurich Insurance.
Yeah, there's really not much separating those two. You see the interception totals. They take care of the football, and that's going to be so crucial because in a game like this, it could be one turnover that separates these two teams.
Playing a tough team on the road, one of the best teams in the nation. Now they're back home today against a really good New Mexico Highlands team with one of the most unique running styles that you'll see in the country.
Yeah, this team runs for 300 yards a game. They are awfully dangerous just with their style and then their personnel. Jeffrey Jones is a truly special player.
He ran for 385 yards in a single game earlier this season. He's rushed for at least 100 4 times this year. The true freshman has done some spectacular things on the field. He is electric, he is shifty, and he is explosive out of that backfield.
This is impressive. He has to kind of get it over a linebacker who is stepping out to cover on that. It was a zone coverage, not the prettiest of balls, but it got there, and he got a toe down on the turf.
And a no-huddle look as that delay to Smith has not been successful here early on. Quick tackle made by Nate Walker, who's filling in for the injured star linebacker, and a story tonight in Chris Thomas unavailable.
Yeah, it's a tough loss to lose a dynamic player like Chris Thomas when they have to find a way to replace him. Well, Nate Walker, the coaches have high praise for him. They say they're very similar in how they play and their approach, the mentality. So he's stepping in, already making an impact here in the first drive.
The defense entirely went down and bit on that run, and maybe this will open up something here on this second down play of another opportunity to maybe get Rittenhouse involved in the run game.
This time Rittenhouse is going to keep it and score.
And the first one, it was run all the way. The defense bit, and it showed exactly what they were going to do on that second down play. Rittenhouse pulled it, everybody bit, and he's easily in. And what led to that touchdown was this play by Tommy Rittenhouse. He's a senior. He's really good at getting outside the pocket and turning those hips. His clean footwork, and Brock Spack talked about that this week. Now, over his years, he's just developed the arm talent, but also he's put a focus and an emphasis on that footwork to get outside the pocket and be able to make plays like that. That set up that touchdown. And Illinois State has to anticipate this. They motion the man across again in that jumbo set. And look who's leading for DJ Williams. It's a big tight end, 6'1", 245, Aiden Quinn, number 41, sticking his nose in there and creating the gap for DJ Williams to score for the 3rd time in this game. It has been surgical what this offense has done today. And arm talent there from DJ Williams, able to get the ball all the way out at the sticks to Jones, who just dropped it. And now it's a 3rd and long. You got to be careful here. You don't want to come after a quarterback like DJ Williams, but you also don't want to give him too much time because he can make those throws over the top and beat your defense. Just double slants on the outside. DJ Williams picks his guy on the far outside, and McCray shaking off some contact there. You got to wrap up, you got to bring him down. It's fundamental football there.
A flag is on the field, and we'll wait to sort it out, but let's take a look.
It's just simple. It's stick, and get a couple of curls on the inside.
Our Western. Touchdown is good.
You just 2 curls on the inside. It's usually an easy read against the quarter zone coverage that Iowa Western runs. And Garrett just picks the wrong guy. He chose the guy that had somebody in front of him. And that may be due to some of the pressure that's coming from this defensive line. But boy, Garrett needs to find a way to settle down here in the first quarter.
4 interceptions for touchdowns during the regular season. This is a ball-hawking secondary for the Reavers.
The ball-hawking secondary, those are now 12 and 13 interceptions for Garrett this season. This is what happens with gunslingers. When they're cold, they are cold. When they are hot, they are difficult to stop. And right now, Garrett is on the opposite end of that spectrum.
You force the quarterback to step up in that situation. The pocket starts to break down. He feels the pressure, steps up, and the offensive line just lets go of a block. And all of a sudden, it's a 3 and out quickly, and everything going wrong there on that drive. That's the 2nd time on that exact route concept, just double ins by the outside receivers. It was McCray in the first quarter who got loose and inside of the red zone, and this time it's Jones breaking a tackle on a corner. And that last play was just exactly what they've done all day. It's a double in here. This time, the corner bites. You go over the top, you try to beat him there. We talk about setting up plays in the first quarter, setting up plays early on in the game that you can use later. That's exactly what they did there. They've ran that play twice successfully, both to Jones and McCray, and they did it a little bit differently than they've done all season. They did it by controlling possession and dominating, keeping the ball away from Illinois State and their dynamic offense. DJ Williams has been incredible today.
All right, let's take a look at some of the highlights in those first 30 minutes of action here at Hancock Stadium. The Salukis took the opening drive down the field and scored, and it was Williams doing it.
And that was rushing touchdown number 15 of the season, 1 of 2 today. He is a very difficult player to stop. On the other side, this throw by Rittenhouse to Lord, setting up a huge first touchdown for Illinois State. This quarterback run, Rittenhouse, and that was set up by the RPO, the play before the defense bit, and then a big kickoff return. I mean, we talk about the 3 phases of the game. This is special teams, sometimes overlooked. Southern Illinois setting themselves up for another DJ Williams touchdown.